Hey guys, DaiKenjin25
and Archer9234
with episode 33 of Ranger Review. Today we have the Power Rangers Operation Overdrive figures, Wave 1 and Wave 2. Now as you can see, I only have the Wave 2, which is the Mission Response figures, but I do have in package the Wave 1 figurines. Now the Wave 1 figurines, as you can see, it's not really much, just the 5 core Rangers as you can see in the back. Just red, black, blue, yellow, and pink, and also the Chiller in the show. Now, the only difference is that red, black, and blue were the only ones that talked. Pink and yellow, they didn't really talk. But what's funny is that they had the corresponding weapons that they used in the show almost. But red, black, and blue had somewhat of a different kind. It does look like the original one that they used in the show, but it's a bit bigger. And red, blue, and black, they talked. The Chinese one right here, when you press them, they'll say Overdrive, accelerate, or let's get it on, or far out, but there are also some other things. There was also a game that you played, but it was kind of weird. The heads light up and they just talked, but the sound quality was pretty low, so you would have to be somewhere quiet in order to do it. They did include the phone and the sword and the gun. Now the secondary weapons that you see, they actually combined. When you had all 5 of the weapons, you actually make a small little figurine, like a little something like a Megazord, but with just the weapons. It was kind of awkward because it didn't really look interesting at all, especially since Blue's weapon doesn't look like the Vortex at all. It looks like a freaking power gun. And now we have the Mission Response figures. Now what's funny is that we have the Sentinel Knight, which I don't even know why they made him a figure at all, because it looked just plain weird at all.
And he can't transform.
He doesn't transform. You need the deluxe version to transform. Posability wise, they're okay. I mean, he does move his legs, and arms do move, but he really much doesn't do much. Oh, and he lights up. Press the button on the middle, he lights up. That's about it.
At least they gave him that feature.
That was the only good feature. He does have a sword, but I'm trying to find where I put mine.
A sword for a sword.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. It was a gold sword of him, just gold, painted gold. It's like he's already a sword. Why would he need a sword? But what's funny is that we got 2 extra villains, Moltor and Kamdor. That was actually pretty cool. Now the second wave figures, which are the Mission Response, they had 2 different waves. The first wave had the Power Rangers 15th anniversary logo on the side corner. Later on during the release, when these guys were later on released, they didn't have it. It was completely left out. Same thing with the first wave of figures. When you combine all the weapons, which they made a small, I guess, another Megazord kind of thing. Silver, on the other hand, he actually had somewhat of a correct weapon, the sniper, but it's 2 pieces combined into one. So they have this ID tech chip inside, which when you buy the Mission Response truck, which I guess you can say it's the Siren builder or the Flashpoint for us, because we never got it. They put the Rangers on, and I guess it interacts with it, but other than that, it really can't do much. Now Kamdor, just like the Sentinel Knight, he does move his legs, and the arms do move. Really cool. He does include his swords, which I really liked.
Yeah, that's good detail.
Funny thing is that they're actually pretty hard to put in the beginning. The bad part is, if you put them in too long, the hands will actually open and leave it like they were holding it, so it's best not to leave it that much, but it's up to you guys really much. But I do say that they do get lost easily, so try not to lose these swords. His feature is that when you push his mouth in, and then when you press it, it opens up and it lights up. But as you can see, mine is, you can't really see it a lot, but it's just there. It shows the face. Now Moltor, on the other hand, he has the same thing. Posability wise, the same as Kamdor. And he also lights up too. And as you can face detail, it's not bad. His swords are on the back. Now the funny thing about his swords is that, like Kamdor, his are the same thing. But the little attachment is to hold it from his back. I suggest you glue it because this thing does get loose a lot, so it's better if you glue it. So yeah, that's him and the swords. Can't really pose much with the swords, but move up and down is alright. They are pretty cheap right now, especially if you want to buy them, but you know, you can buy them loose, you can buy them new in box. They're actually pretty cheap compared to when they were released in the beginning, because a lot of people went crazy for them, but now you can get them for a pretty good cheap price. I would recommend you get them. What's funny is that we get the better figures, but Japan gets the better swords.
It's always the case. Japan always gives you those basics figurines.
The SH figures that just rubber and just move one or two, and we get some nice detail figures, but yet they get the godly Zords and we get the crap Zords. So I guess it's a vice versa thing to see. But yeah, so join us next time for the Zero Omega Zord. Rate, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next Saturday. They're the swords that he used, but they weren't really. And a bitch to fight too. Yeah. Because when you leave these on, they suck. Because the arms actually open.